teach you first, then we'll get what we need. Okay. All right, so you have the clutch. This is your brake.
Both of them?
Well, it is both of them. Wayne usually has the bar. Oh, this one has a pin. Now they'll both work. You can control each wheel individually. All right, I think this is zoomed in. There we go. That's better. All right, so this is to operate the bucket, okay? It's just like the Mahindra. This is your throttle right there, okay? That bar down there is also your throttle. I tend to use that with the hand. This is to get it out of park. Forward, backwards. Pretty easy, right? Okay. This, you've got 4 speeds in each gear range. A is the slowest, then B, C, and D. D's fastest. You're not going to use that. You probably won't even use C. We'll just keep it in B, probably 1, 2, or 3, okay? But when you're going down the driveway, it's kind of steep, so just put it into 1 and let it idle down. If it's going too fast, hit the brake.
You don't have to use the clutch to do that? Or
No, you just push it forward and backwards. That's it. You don't move this one while you're moving, right? You got to be sitting still. Throttle, if you get going down the driveway and you get scared, pull this back, push the clutch in and hit the brake. Do not push the clutch in and let it roll down the hill, or you're going to end up in the river, okay? It's bigger than the Mahindra. That's it, okay?
Without a gas and reverse pedal.
Right, that's all up here. But you really only need to idle all the way down, right? Just go nice and slow. Steer it. It's just like Mahindra. If you come to a... Well, no, it's not, because Mahindra, you just let off the forwards or backwards pedal. This one, you get going down the driveway and you get scared, you have to push the clutch in when you hit the brake. Otherwise, you're going to stall it out, right? So
at the same time,
you do it at the same time, because if you press that clutch in and you don't hit the brake, you're going for a ride, okay? But in B1, that should be plenty geared back for you to go down it safely, okay?
And I don't have to press the clutch in for this too, or I do?
You do. Okay, so you press the clutch in, pull this down back and push forward, and then you'll start letting the clutch out slowly, okay? Don't just rip it out, right? Because you're going to tear things up or something. All right, so go ahead and start it. You got the clutch in?
No. Do I have to wait for the glow plug or no?
No, it's been running. All right. Go ahead. Push the clutch in. Put it in forward. Alright, press the clutch in. Now when you're going down that hill, it's going to keep going. You have to remember to hit the brake. So do it again. Alright, stop. That's what you got to do. I'm telling you, you go for a ride, you'll flip it, you'll get killed. When you get to the top of the driveway, put this into A. Leave that in 1, and you're just going to crawl down the driveway, okay? Let me go get the... yeah, put it in park, go get your tools. Where's your tools at? Then drive over there. Hey. He thinks he's got to be in a race car. Hopefully he doesn't forget what I just showed him. It's a little chilly out this morning. There's Hank and the goats. What you boys doing? What you boys doing? Yeah, you staying in there today. Yeah, you staying in there this morning. All right. We are going to, gotta fold up the tripod first because there's not much room in here, obviously. All right, let's see if I can find that boy. He doesn't listen. Told him to idle it the whole way. What's he do? First thing, throttles up. This is what you get to see. He actually listened to me and put it into A. That driveway's steep in that tractor. If you press that clutch in, it's going. That's a big drop off right there. Camera really doesn't show it, but that's a big drop off and you get killed. You better use his head. He'll end up on it. He's doing exactly what I wanted him to do. Just idle down in the lowest gear. Have the heat on today. We'll do this up here a little bit. break my tripod. Put it in park. Yeah. No. Well, I should have had you move it, but that's okay. We'll move it. So, my plan is to put a post in over here, so we can do a walk-through gate. Okay. I'm debating though if I want to put once this junk truck's out of here, I probably should put a drive-through gate. It's easier to get down into here through that spot than it is where we just came down with the tractor. I knew I broke it here. Hold this for me. All right. Let's see here. All right, so we're gonna, yeah, like I said, I'm thinking about putting a drive-through gate down here. So I tell you what we'll do. We'll put a post. Let me set this down. Pretty much where you're at. Maybe we need to have enough room to get around here with the phone. So let's put a post right here, okay? We do a 16-foot gate. Yeah, but bring it. Come here, do it right in line with the building. We're gonna do an eighth brace in here. Go ahead and back that tractor up, though. Remember how? What? You remember how? I've driven it before. Huh? I've driven it before.
Today we're working on putting in fence posts on the bottom field while we still have the skid steer to use. It's been super helpful, and the owner of it's coming to pick it up in a few hours, so we're doing some last posts before he comes to get it.
Yeah, if you want to put a gate through here.
Donovan's done an awesome job on how to get those posts all leveled and measured. Set.
Yeah, bring it that way a little bit more. But, no.
as we're getting more fence posts. Nice little spot to sit and relax. Alright, I should probably see if I can help in any way.
I won't be surprised if this one's splits on it.
Not very useful with these things. Tell me about it. Alright, so here we are, still working on fence posts down on the bottom field, and we're trying to include the kudzu as much as possible. It's still dormant right now, we haven't seen much growing yet, but once it does, it'll be flourishing, so get it fenced in so the cows can eat it. I'm being put in charge of so many things today. The responsibilities are intense. I'm videographer and tool supply manager. Because they don't trust me with anything else. We'll pretend like my finger didn't go in front of the camera too. The hardest work. He's carrying all the fence posts and stabilizing them. He does get to drive the big tractor though, so I think he's probably excited about that. He's been preparing for this his entire life. doing a good job, bud. He doesn't love having videotaping. He will when he gets older. He can show his kids the torture we put him through, then he can use it against them. You hear that, grandchildren? You made your dad do all this work. You better be good.
After this, I'm going to drive the tractor around that way.
Fence post set, and the machine moves a bit as it's hammering down, so I have to constantly adjust. That's it for this one. Let me see if I can go help. Lost too much. Farmer Rex. Huh?
He's leaning in. Well, he could go faster across the flat ground. Our own private beach.
Yeah. We just discovered that we own beachfront property. Had no idea that we had this little bit of sand down here. In the spring and summer, it was so blocked off by all the kudzu vines that we couldn't get down here. But it's a nice little spot down here. All right, and they're still up there, I think, putting in the last fence post that we have in this load up on the hill. Daffodils in bloom. You can hear Donovan, but he just said, "I'm the creepiest photographer ever." I don't think that I actually get that prize. I'm certain that there's creepier people than me. At least one. I could be runner-up maybe, but definitely not the creepiest. To get some more fence posts because that was it for that load.